Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Nikia Hamilton and Devon Johnson. The two of you have been together for a year and a half. You've been engaged for the last 9 months. You love each other, but you're not quite sure if you should jump the broom, as they say. So you've come to me for a before your vows session. I gave you my compatibility test, and you gave me your marriage license with permission to tear it up should I think your union is ill-advised. Ms. Hamilton, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me why you love him, but why you're not so sure marriage is the right thing?
Well, when me and Devin first got together, I thought he was the man of my dreams. But the longer we've been together, I'm starting to see that we want different things.
Okay.
For one, Devin is very impatient. Well, it was one time we were in a drive-thru. Now, the line is like 20 cars long, and 20 cars long all around the corner, and the car moves up, the line moves up one space. Devin's all out the window, honking on the horn, yelling at the other driver, move, move, you're an idiot, move up, you're wasting my time. He's just so impatient.
Ms. Johnson, are you impatient?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
And some people are. I'm impatient. Do you think it gets in the way of your doing things successfully?
Negative. Because I have a life. We don't have time to just go regain. So, of course, I'm like, you know what? Things need to move with consistency. Things need to move a little faster. Okay, yes, I was in line. I also had work to go to that day. Some dudes texting in line. I'm like, move forward. But that ain't the only thing that makes me impatient.
You tell me what else makes you impatient?
She moves too damn slow.
She moves too slow.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, give me some examples of the things she does too slowly.
Okay, we'll go to food for less. We'll have a whole list written out. I go in there with the mission. Look, we're about to go get all these things.
Get in and get out.
I'm not trying to stay here.
Right?
So her whole thing is, okay, baby, let's get in, let's get this list. She want to get in and look at everything and let me get this too. I think we need some salt. I'm like, is that on the list? No, let's get what's on the list. Because why? I gotta go to work.
That's women, bro. And that's always gonna be women. If you're at the grocery store, you at this carry out, y'all going to go see grandma, whatever, bro. That's just a part of women, bro. That's how they are. I don't think that's enough to flip out over.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, are you dilly-dallying in the store while this man is trying to get to work?
All the times that he has to go to work. The thing is, Devin would do things like, he's just very impatient. He'll do things like, we'd be in his checkout line, and he'd go one by one to each person and ask them, can we go in front of them? And let somebody tell Devin that, and let somebody tell Devin no. He'd go to a whole nother checkout line and start from the back. Can we go next? We only got 2 things. Can we go next? We only got 2 things. And no, I mean, he's just impatient. It ain't
Mr.
me.
Johnson, do you do that?
I can't even price check when I go in the store.
Sometimes, but look, all I'm saying is when we're in a situation like that, oftentimes it's an urgent situation. Now, I don't know what she finds as urgent. I find life to be urgent. Like I said, work, I work 2 jobs, I do free phones, and I gotta get to the field because I work whenever I wanna work. But whenever I have her on my clock, it seems like we got 2 days to just waste. I don't have time to waste. So yes, I'm very impatient.
My man over here is urgent. He's trying to get his dollar on. He's trying to make it. He's trying to shake it. He's trying to bake it. Are you slowing him down?
No, I'm not slowing him down. Devin just very impatient. He's so impatient that he even wrecked my car.
Tell me what happened then.
He, I believe that you guys have a picture of it, actually.
Oh, there it is. Ooh.
Oh, yes, there we go.
That was quite the incident.
Now, the story I was told was that he fell asleep behind the wheel, which is believable because we were both doing doubles that morning, and he was on his way to pick me up, so I could believe that story. But me knowing Devin, I know he was impatient because what I know what happened was because he was behind the 18-wheeler, and he was close up behind it, and he couldn't see on either side, and so he decided to see if he could go this way, and he couldn't. And so when he went back this way, he ran up under the car. So that's what I believe that happened. He told me he fell asleep, but I know Devin is just very impatient, so.
So, Mr. Johnson, what did happen during the accident?
First of all, it was a 12-wheeler.
Okay.
That was a U-Haul.
He was up under it.
Okay. I was one exit away from her, picking her up from work. I accidentally fell asleep behind the wheel. I wasn't rushing. I fell asleep behind the wheel, trying to pick you up from work.
Stick to the story, bro. Stick to the story. Stick to the story. Stick to the script. Let's see how it goes.
Then I accidentally crashed the car. I was nervous, I can't lie. Something about a woman that'll make a man nervous. So I called her. I said, baby, listen, I'm sorry. I crashed your car. I'm over here on the freeway. And she was like, oh my God, I left my Belmont bucks in there. You made me miss the auction.
Oh my God.
Belmont bucks?
Yes,
That's where I used to work.
Oh.
Yeah, she works for a caregiving agency named Belmont.
Okay,
and
I got you.
They was doing an auction. They would give her Belmont bucks. So she was sitting up here hollering at me about some Belmont bucks.
When you were just in
When
an
I just got
accident.
out of a car accident.
You made me miss the auction. They had good stuff that day.
That ain't cool. She laughing, and a lot of the times, like, the females, they look at it as like, oh, he in an accident, he cool. Oh, he fell down, he sprained his leg, like, oh, I'm gonna kiss him up and make him feel good. Nah, bro, I think he really took that to heart. I know I would. I definitely would. If I got in an accident, I'll never forget. I'll tell y'all this story. I was younger. And me, my brother, my older brother, we out, we coming from the shoe store. And we walking from the shoe store, and we about to get onto the curb. We getting off the curb, getting into the street. Car come, like, I don't know if y'all was asleep or drinking or whatever the case may be, but you supposed to be driving on the right side of the street. He jumps the curb, and then, like, the car veer off and start heading towards us. Smack the side of the shoe store. So I'm like, damn, of course, we get out of there. I called the young lady that I'm dealing with at the time. I'm still on the drum, like, babe, damn, somebody just I almost got hit with a car. Man, I almost got hit with a fucking car. And what she say? First thing she said, what was you doing over there? What was y'all doing over there in the first place or something like that? And I'll never forget that feeling. It's just like, damn, yo, like, I'm trying to tell you about something traumatic that just happened to me. And you worrying about why I'm here, what I got going. Like, that's cool. Like, we can get into that later. But a lot of the times, bro, and women, these the cues that y'all be missing. Like, that's something that's important to that man.
So now that I know the difficulties, I want to know what's good about it. So I'm going to start with you, Ms. Hamilton. I want you to give me the best 30-second sales job on why Mr. Johnson, above all other men that you've known and seen and dated, is the one for you. And I want this to be all love, all happy, all positive, no negative, and go.
Well, Devin, he's sweet to me. He's kind. He's smart. He's funny. He's goofy. He's handsome. He's talented. I don't know. Devin's my best friend. I love Devin.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Now, Mr. Johnson, she has set the bar fairly high. Can you meet it? 30 seconds. Why, above all other women you've known, met, or dated, Ms. Hamilton is the one you want to spend the rest of your life with. Go.
Well, she's my best friend. She, too, is goofy. She's funny. She can be a great assistant in certain areas.
That was poorly done.
I know.
Mr. Johnson, I want to ask you a question. Do you run into stuff a lot?
No.
Did you run a forklift into something?
Correct.
Let's hear about that, sir.
Okay. Once again, I get out the car. From talking with her, I can't even focus at work. We have to do numbers. We're in a warehouse, and, I got to calculate and all that stuff.
Right.
So while I'm doing all of this, I'm literally sitting up here daydreaming, visualizing our conversation. And this is not the first time. I'm driving, and I'm literally talking to her while driving. Not face to face, not on the phone. But I'm like, this man, I swear to God, this man. And as I'm turning the corner, I accidentally turned a little too hard because, you know, I whipped
You
the
were a little
lift
upset.
a little hard. Yes.
And you crashed the forklift.
Yes.
Tell me about his anger.
Yeah, okay. It was one time we had got into a fight. I had said some things I probably shouldn't have said to him, but Devin thought that it was okay to break down every door in my house. He put them all back up after the fight was over and everything, but then there was another time on Halloween. We were driving, we were about to go home, and some crazy dude decided to jump out in front of our car. Devin gets out the car, chases the guy, and I'm all out the car, like, Devin, come back, calm down.
It's not that serious?
It's not that serious. We're right here, we're about to pull into the apartment, and he was mad.
Mr. Johnson did all, you know,
He even broke his hand.
He broke his hand? You are
sprained his
very
hand.
destructive. You know, messed up the forklift, your hand, the car, the doors. Everywhere you go, something gets broken.
That's false, Your Honor, because, listen, I have a reason for all of these, okay? My father told me that if you ever feel the need to get aggressive with a woman, walk away.
Right. At
that point, we were so heated, I socked a hole in the door. Yes, it was in the bathroom door. Yes, I did it. The second time, no, that wasn't my fault. She was sleeping in the hallway, on the hallway floor. I went to go to the kitchen to go get me some water. I passed the hallway and her hand was out. I guess I thought I stepped on her shoe, so I picked her shoe up, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that was her shoe." I thought that was her hand, so I didn't toss the shoe back down. She got up, and oh man, it was Clash of the Titans in this thing. You stepped on my hand, and you knew I was sleeping here. I said, why the hell are you even sleeping in the hallway?
Why were you sleeping in the hallway?
We had just moved into the apartment. We didn't have no furniture yet. We was having some type of petty argument, and Devin made me mad, so I went to go sleep in the hallway.
What do you gain out of that? That's what I want to know. I know it's uncomfortable. You gonna wake up with a crook neck and all of that, bro. I don't understand that. I don't get that part. All right, maybe you mad and you don't want to be next to the person or something like that, but I don't know, man. I've been in a situation like that. I don't know. Maybe you should resolve that issue before you gotta go sleep on the floor. So, like, nobody should sleep on the floor. Dogs, even a dog get a dog bed or something like that, bro. You sleeping on a straight floor.
And then
how often do the two of you argue?
All the time. It's always about something petty, something very small. We never have big arguments about anything major.
The second time we got into it, I got so mad, I almost wanted to knock her out with a Tyson punch, all the way back here to the front. And I'm telling you, I had to leave the house and go to her mama and ask her what's wrong with her.
In fact,
well, I'm glad you left. Thank you for that. I mean, I'm glad, and thank your father for me too, about telling you about when you feel like you might need to put hands on, lays out the door first, because that's the way to go. And Ms. Hamilton, your mother, Ms. Jefferson, is on the phone.
Yes,
and I want to see what her opinion is of this union. Mrs. Jefferson, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, you looking serious in that picture. Mrs. Jefferson, when you look at this union between your daughter and Mr. Johnson, what do you see, and do you believe they ought to get married?
Maybe in the future, but not at this time. They're both too young. They're still in the learning stages of relationships. They're good for each other. I see narcissistic tendencies from Devin.
When you say narcissistic tendencies, give me some examples.
When they moved into their apartment for the first few days, Nakia was here with me. Because Devin didn't want her to go home for some apparent reason. That's emotional control.
Mrs. Jefferson, thank you so much for your insight and for calling in. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
She brought up a very good point, and Ms. Hamilton, I want Denny in there. Talk to me. Do you believe that he is controlling emotionally?
Um,
That's a yes. Why?
Well, okay, basically just like for the reason that she has said when we were moving into our apartment, we had just moved in. We only been there for like a week or so now. Devin didn't want to give me keys to my apartment, but I paid half of the move-in. And I felt like that was kind of controlled.
Why didn't you want to give her keys?
Okay, Your Honor. We had already agreed before even moving in, we were gonna take a week apart.
Devin wanted that week apart.
I told her that. She said, okay, we can do it. There's an
agreed on that
agreement
because
there.
of him. I told him I wanted to go home. I don't want to stay at my mother's house.
Anyway, like I said, before we moved in, forgive me, before we moved in, we had agreed we would take a week apart.
Because you weren't getting along?
We weren't getting along. She called, I'm at work. I call her, babe, how you doing? Then she hits me with, Devin, did you leave a lighter here? No. Oh. I ain't got no lighter. Like on the phone. Now,
I don't have a lighter.
A lighter to light something, to smoke something. She's pissed off at me while I'm at work.
Did
and
you
got the
call
nerve to
him
say
at
that.
work about
Thank
a
you.
lighter?
He
Yes,
called
he
me
did.
while he
and
was
then
at
she
work,
blocked
and
my number
that was
after work.
Okay, let me tell the story. Let me tell my version of the story.
Go ahead.
Because what happened was, he called me while he was at work, and he didn't leave me a lighter, and I gave him this little petty attitude or whatever, but the thing was he hung up in my face, and that made me mad, so I blocked him. And then once I blocked him, I mean, that was that. He was mad after I blocked
And that
him.
ain't the first time we didn't hung up in each other's face.
No, I can't hang up in your face. When I hang up in his face, it's a whole issue.
She's
It's a
done
whole
it before,
ordeal.
though.
But it's
I
okay
ain't never
for him to hang
blocked
up
her.
in my face.
I ain't never blocked her. I wouldn't have blocked before. I was
So
blocked
we were
before
sleeping in the
that.
same bed. You knew exactly where I was at.
blocked.
We was
Bro, they go back and forth, man. Shut up. Shut up, bro. All of this over a lighter, over some fire? Yeah, they too young, bro. They not ready. What about when they tell you, well, we gonna need to run your credit score and his credit score, and y'all two combine the credit scores to put this down payment down, and then hey, don't forget to read over the documents from the legal team and all of that, bro. They down each other's throat. They down each other's throat, and it's like short temper. They both got the fuse. They both go boom. Like it ain't no, you might get it into you get into it with your girl or something like that. Now she gonna get up off the couch or something like that. Then she just walking around. She ain't gonna ask you if you want Alfredo. She ain't gonna ask you if you want chicken Alfredo or nothing like that. She gonna be like, she ain't gonna say you want something to eat. She just gonna say eat or you eat or something like that. She gonna walk past you like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like that, bro.
we was at the same house. It doesn't matter if
Ms.
you was blocked.
Hamilton,
And you
Mr.
can reach me on
Johnson.
Facebook.
I am about to speak. Y'all ain't got no business getting married. None whatsoever. Now, in the beginning of this proceeding, I was almost persuaded. I gave a thought to it. I was like, these are some hard-working people. They got jobs, they got direction, they got purpose. I don't get that in here a lot. And I was thinking, maybe despite their age, they might be able to hunker down and get this sucker done. And then the conversation continued, and everything just unraveled. Let me say this to you. You two are both very young. I believe that whole lot of fighting and arguing with a boyfriend is a sign to get rid of him. That's a personal thing. I never dated a dude more than a year before I married my husband. Because if you give me too much static, if I see too much I don't like, I get rid of you. Dating is for testing the waters. If the water is cold, get out. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, you may be the perfect couple for one another down the road. You may be, I think you are energetic, strong, focused. You have a sense of urgency about life and where you're going. That's a wonderful characteristic in a dude. And I think you're kind and that you're loving and that you really love this guy. But neither one of you is adult enough to engage in a successful relationship, because a successful relationship is about compromise, about understanding, about, you accept who they are for what they are. You help them adjust and grow, but you don't get mad about who they are because they come to you that way. Are you with me? Mm-hmm. Take your time, my people. Don't move in together. Take your time and date. We're applauding because you have no children. Mm-hmm. We think that is a very, very good thing. Very, very smart. Remain childless until you're married and sure. You with me on that? Impatience will kill you in the end. So I'm gonna take this. I ain't gonna tear it up in front of you because I don't want you to see that. I don't think you're bad people. I think this might work one day, but I'm just gonna slide it into my book, fold it over, and walk out with it. Y'all have a good day. This matter is adjourned.
So what's up, man? Niggas ain't cheating no more? Ain't nobody cheating no more? This about the third, fourth video with no infidelities, bro. Man, shit, clap it up. Clap it up. I don't think nobody said no, And that's good, bro, especially for them to be young. I forget, I think they was like 21, 25 or something like that, bro. That was good for them. They got young couple issues. Mom Duke's kind of in the way, driving a wedge in that. Bro, I'm telling you, that family, and it's crazy how a family, your own people, can make or break your relationship. I do tip my hat to bro, because he wasn't like combative or defensive about it. After she got done saying what she was doing, he clapped it up, and all right, I respect your opinion. It is what it is. Yeah, I can respect that, bro. I can respect that, bro. But yeah, as far as she go, she do admit her wrong. And that's one thing you gotta give her. She does admit her wrong, but it's just because you admit your wrongs don't mean that they right. That don't mean that they right. You got to be able to control yourself. Both of them. It's like what is it? When you about to light a dynamite and it's going tss, and then it finally get there, then it go boom. I feel like that's how they be. That's how that situation is. Me personally, like I say, I necessarily don't agree with that, because once we reach that point, it ain't really no turning back. And like I always say, we can repair from, a busted jaw, black eye, something like that. Again, don't be putting your hand. No, yeah, let's get to that. Don't be putting your hands on these women, bro. I'm telling you. Now, I was punching walls and all of that stuff. Like, nah, I ain't. Do some push-ups, bro. If you mad, dude, what they call max out and do as many push-ups as you can. That'll benefit you more in the end. Rather than paying $100, $200 for a new door or something like that, or some spackle, do something that's going to benefit you and your health. Go for a run or something like that, bro. But yeah, it's never a situation. It's never a situation where anybody, to be truthfully honest, should be putting their hands on somebody. But yeah, ladies, man, make sure y'all pay attention. And I think, did she say he did? I don't think she said he did, but yeah, don't let that shit fly. Don't let that shit fly, man. That shit not cool. That's not cool. And shit, fellas too. That's not. There's a couple videos out there where they be catching paws. She give them the paw. Bloop, 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 bloop. But yeah, outside of that, bro, they young. I'm going to keep saying it. They're young and they deal with young people, relationship issues and problems, but maybe in the future when they get their self together, everybody get a little everybody get a little bit more stable, bro. He was animated. Buddy was real animated. I feel like he was animated and extra, like super extra with everything. Kind of make you not believe it. Like, I'm gonna be real, when people with all of the antics and this, that, and the third, and all of the movements and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't take you serious, but it's kind of like, you gotta be able to draw the line and what's you being funny or you being serious. Like, and I get it, it's a part of some people' personality and everything like that, but it's a time and a place for everything. I'm trying to be serious about my dating if I was him, but shit, y'all let me know what y'all think about that video. What I want? Oh yeah, man! Y'all make sure y'all go check out that movie trailer. I'm dropping a movie trailer. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out. Yeah, shout out to my boy Drizzy Digital. Let's get it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that video though. GTG, the family as always is love, and I'm out.